So, by now, you've probably heard that I'm going to be running the Discover Mediumship course online. And what this is all about is about helping you to find the way that you can connect to spirit. It's kind of giving you this wonderful introduction, little taste test into what it's like to be in my shoes that I live on pretty much on a full-time basis these days with connecting all the time. And most of my work is connecting with spirit and past loved ones. And the whole point of this is I honestly do believe that every single one of us has the capability of doing this. Now, I'm not going to say this is about doing this and coming out there and becoming a reader or going out doing in public work like that. No, it's not about that at all. If you wish to pursue that, you can do that later. But this is more about allowing and giving you the opportunity to open up, giving you the opportunity to know what it is to actually feel like and connect with universe, spirit, and past loved ones. I'm going to take you through some of the subtleties of what can happen and just really guide you to get that connection for yourself. Guarantee it is one of the best feelings in the world. And I know for a fact that when I was on the cruise last month doing this with, I think it was about 30 people we did it with, it was just amazing to see them and people's eyes just light up like a Christmas tree, knowing that they have got a connection and go, oh my God, Pete, I can actually do this. I felt it. I sensed them. And it's a magical, magic feeling. And I really want to have that for all of you. Now, here's the big thing. What happens though is I myself in my journey, if you've read my book, Searching Spirit, you know this, but the other thing too is it can be really, really hard, and not just hard, but really frustrating to try and do this on your own. That's what I had to do. I had to figure all this out on my own. I was very, very fortunate and very lucky. Spirit really pushed and let it happen for me, but this is not necessarily the case for everyone. So the whole point is that if I can help you to speed up the process, avoid some of the pitfalls that I've experienced throughout my time, then that's what I'm here to do. Now, the great thing is, one thing I've learned so much about this work, and the reason why I do this and offering this course is because I really like to help people know how they can connect for themselves. What I tend to find is, and I have been in some classes through my time with this, is that sometimes when you have instructors or facilitators, they will kind of teach you their way to connect, and they're trying to do that. And I find that can be a little bit counterproductive at times. So this is more about me leading you and helping you to find your way to connect. And I love trying to do that for you. So this way you can get this tool, get this connection, and you can have it for like the rest of your life. And if you want to go off and develop that further, of course you can. That's mean if you feel that's your path, you feel that's your journey, follow it. But the whole thing is this is just about helping you to get there and feel good and feel safe and know what it's like. But the whole thing is one of the big things that I notice when I have taken people through this is the biggest problem is self-doubt. Self-doubt is a huge one because the biggest question I always get asked in any channeling is like, a connection. Pete, how do I know whether it's me, my mind, or them? I just don't know. It's always going through my head. How do I know? Which one is which? I get confused because I just feel like something's coming through, but then I feel like it's me. So how do I know the difference? And if you're asking yourself that question, that's what we call self-doubt. So it is a tricky one, but it always helps when you have someone who knows the process and going through it to help work that out for you rather than trying to do it through a book or trying to do it online by yourself. It's just always helpful to go, when people ask me, I've got this. And a classic example of how this happens and where our own mind gets on top of us and gets in the way is on the cruise. There was a lovely lady, and her name is Liz. And I loved it because she was so courageous and brave enough to put her hand up through one of the exercises and said, Pete, I'm not getting anything. And I was like, right, okay. And I simply asked her, and I tell you what, it takes a lot of courage to say that in a group of people, even though she was just asking me personally during the exercise, but it can be pretty nerve-wracking. But she asked me, she's like, I'm not getting anything. So I simply asked her to tell me, what is she going through? What is she doing, or what was she doing during this process? And what was amazing was she simply said to me, she goes, well, I followed your instructions. And I said, good. Then what? And the instructions was repeat this information. And I said, so what are you doing after that? She goes, I'm waiting. And I'm like, okay. I said, is that it? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, beautiful. I said, have you tried saying hello? And God love her, she looked at me and go, no. I said, okay then. What I want you to do now is I want you to follow the instructions I gave you, which means repeat the information the client's going to give you. Then I want you to say hi or hello and see what happens then. The most beautiful thing was that as soon as I came back around, I said, how did you go? I don't think I could even finish the question before her face and her eyes like, oh my God, so much information started to come through. And I was like, awesome. And she was so, so excited. And it was just the simplest of thing. And I said, I love it, Liz, but all you had to do was pick up the phone to start the conversation. And she's like, I get that now. And I love that. In such a simple moment, everything changed for her. The self-doubt gone, the confidence gone straight up just by learning those little subtleties that make the difference. So the whole thing is, wherever you are in your journey, and maybe you've experienced these kind of things, I encourage you, whether you're learning from me or you want to learn from someone else, just always keep going, because there's going to be a way, or there's going to be some little tweak that can happen just to help you make that connection go further. So don't let the self-doubt kick in. But if you do suffer from it, maybe you're just needing that little bit of extra help. Maybe, and that's me, think about it as asking that. If you're driving a car and you don't know how it's going to work or how you should do, or what the road rules are, you're going to ask the instructor. That's where sometimes it's really handy to have that. So whether you suffer from the self-doubt, it could be a simple thing of just start saying hi. I recommend you, even with your studying connect, you can do it from home right now. Just start by going, hi, are you there? And all of a sudden you will open yourself up to a wonderful, wonderful aspect of the spirit world. So you can do that even starting now. But if you want to take it a little bit further, feel free. Make sure, find on that, join the waitlist now so we can send you the link. Come along, join the Zoom where we can ask more questions, get into it, see whether this is going to be a right thing, whether you're going to be the right fit for me, whether it's going to be the right thing for you. But I encourage you to come along anyway. So head over to the website, Peter Williams Inner Power, Discover Mediumship, and join the waitlist, and we'll get that link out to you. And I really hope to see you on the Zoom on August 30th. See you there.